If I wanted to get drunk, I would just like put my face right here. Hi, I'm Eric Kim. I'm a cooking columnist for the New York Times. Today we're gonna be cooking my ricotta pasta alla vodka. This recipe has a funny story. It started off as a baked pasta, and I was thinking, what if instead of just regular tomato sauce, it was like a creamy vodka sauce, which I love. It kept splitting, kept being dry, just like it wasn't working. I decided to just scrap it, and I did some more research. I learned that you kind of can't bake vodka sauce. When fat and water come together, it's really nice when they emulsify and they're perfectly bound, but when you bake it, it'll split. So I kind of asked the question, what's the point of the vodka actually? And I found out that the ethanol in vodka helps the fat disperse, which means the cream and the wet tomato situation emulsify in a very clean, bound way. The vodka also lends this juiciness. I don't know how to explain it. I found my mouth like salivating. So today, we're gonna really like play up the vodka. Maybe we'll finish with a shot of vodka at the end. First things first, get a pot of water boiling. And then we're just gonna start cooking the bacon. I'm adding a little oil just to help it get going, just a tiny bit. You don't need me to tell you how to fry your bacon. I like using stainless steel too, because it really creates a nice fond. You know, the foundation on the bottom, the brown stuck-on bits, and those things are really flavorful. I want this to be pretty crispy actually, so I'm gonna take it far. You know it's great when all the bubbles are just like absolutely angrily like covering each piece. Ooh, I like this fat. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna lower the heat. You don't want the next part to burn. I want to bloom those in the fat before I add the onion, which is sort of going to slow down the cooking. In the Italian way, I'm not really going to mince the garlic, but I do want the flavor there, so I'm just going to like lightly crush these so that they're in the sauce, and then I'm going to fish them out later. I think of this step as like really flavoring the oil. What's really lovely too is the red pepper flakes dye the oil kind of this red color. That's gorgeous. And the onion is really what adds a wonderful sweetness. See what I'm doing with the left hand shaking like this and then the right hand doing this? It's sort of like this, but not as hard. I like to make sure the onion's really like cooked out so that you're reducing the liquid in here, you're concentrating the flavors. But look at that. Just make sure you don't burn anything, you know? 1, 2, 3. They're so cute. Oh, adorable. Now this is the step at which you want to really deepen the color on this. And I really like this more modern use of tomato paste in vodka sauces because it means there's less liquid. Liquid that we're gonna add is in the form of vodka, right? Ooh, look at that. It's like dyeing the pan that gorgeous like red color. It's like really pretty. I love savory cooking. It's not a science like baking is. Before you add the vodka, it's really important to turn off the heat, right? You don't want it to catch on fire. Seems like a lot, but don't worry, it's gonna be great. Okay, the pasta's not gonna take that long because we're gonna finish it in the sauce. But I'm using fusilli. I just like this shape. My hand's shaking because I'm hungry. Low blood sugar. You wanna really reduce the vodka so that you don't have like a bitter taste at the end. And what you're looking for is not dry, but not as saucy as this. I sort of describe it as pulpy. It only takes like 2 minutes if your heat is on. One thing you could do to check is like if a pathway like stays, that's like pretty good. It kind of looks really cool actually, right? I'm just gonna bring it to a simmer. I like that color. Now we're ready to roll, okay? It's quick. Save 2 cups of water. You want the pasta cooking water. The pasta is also 2 minutes shy of al dente. I'm just gonna check. There's still a little crunch inside. That's exactly what you want. I'm also gonna add like half of the water. Lower the heat a little bit. It's like very liquidy right now, and that's actually what we want. I'm gonna add maybe all of the water actually. You want it to be super creamy and like latching onto the noodles. That's why I love fusilli here. And you know, I leave the garlic cloves in here till the very end because I want it to, you know, do its work. I want it to perfume the sauce. But I don't know, I like eating them. I always feel like it's like a vitamin or something, you know? And one thing I kind of like to do actually is take it further than I would like and then finish it with the last splash of water. By the time I get out my plate, it's gonna seize up a little more. And the pasta water really does like lighten the sauce a little bit. You know, if it were just a pasta with only cream, I mean, it'd be kind of like heavy on your tongue. And that's gonna feed a lot of people. Let's finish it. There used to be this restaurant called Caffe Falai, and they served this incredible tomato soup that had 3 dollops of ricotta in it. The contrast between the very savory, warm, comforting soup and the cool, creamy ricotta, that like blew my mind. This dish is sort of an homage to that. Look how just glossy the sauce is. It's like the fat and the water are just like best friends now. And the best part is, wow. This is like so juicy. My mouth is salivating right now. There's umami in the bacon, there's like a whole onion, right? And the ricotta kind of tempers the heat. We added a lot of red pepper flakes. The vodka is doing a lot. It's not just a gimmick. There's something about the ethanol that really helps the fat and the water emulsify. That's how you get this like gorgeous glossiness. I like this recipe because it kind of incorporates a lot of elements of why like restaurant pastas taste so special. They're finishing the pasta in the sauce like this. This is a nice reminder of why that's really essential. This was so quick to come together. What's Rachel Ray's like, you know, outro? Oh, remember, you can always have a great meal in under 30 minutes. Heck yeah.